Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you watch me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionist Network, also the host of Talk That Talk. Remember, you can get any of our merchandise at the store right here on this YouTube page. Remember, just click on any of the products. And then once you get down to your final card and you're ready to go ahead and pay, type in HBCU band. You can get 30% off your final purchase. Remember, it's 30% off your final purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Also, feel free to donate to the channel, $1, $2, whatever helps this channel out, and we definitely appreciate anything that you give. I saw this last night and I actually wanted to talk about it. I wanted to bring this up and I wanted to make sure I have clarity on what it is and what the situation is. So the post that was sent, or the post that was put on, was, and this was by Kevin. Everybody knows who Kevin is. It says, so Talladega let Adrian go today. The students had paid band fees. When administrators were approached about the money because they needed windsuits, the money wasn't there. And he was told that the money was now institutional funds and not available to the band. And so we're going to switch over to what this says here. It says, Dear Talladega College community, I'm writing to inform you of an important change within the leadership of the Great Tornado Band, effective Tuesday, October 1st, which was 2 days ago. If I'm not mistaken, that was 2 days ago, right? No, it was a day ago. It was yesterday. Adrian Thomas will no longer serve as director of bands at Talladega College. We extend our gratitude to Mr. Thompson for his dedication and service over the years toward the development of our band program. Darius Swain has been appointed as the interim director of bands. We are confident that Mr. Swain's experience and leadership will ensure a smooth transition, continued success for our band program. So if what the title of the post is true, right? If the situation was that there was some fundraising money, or there was some money that they had from the band fees, then he was trying to acquire those funds in order to be able to get windsuits for the band program, and the money was missing. So I would say this: stories like this are not uncommon. Because, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I want to make sure I say this the right way. The way that line codes are made or given, there is a way that money belongs to specifically the school, and then there's a way that money belongs specifically to the band program. It's some really weird red tape into that, right? Because, like, so for instance, there are situations and stories where people are like, we don't want to donate. We're afraid to donate to the band, not specifically to Talladega, but I've heard this most at HBCUs. We're afraid to donate to the band because we don't know if the money's going to go directly to the band. That, in a lot of ways, is very true. Because of the fact that depending on where you send the money, if you make a check for people who still writes a check, how you write the check, so on and so forth, it's going to go into a pot that, if I'm not mistaken, again, correct me if I'm wrong, folks out there, but if I'm not mistaken, goes into a pot that is a quote unquote school fund, but it can be used. It's supposed to be for the band, but it is for the school. But if it goes in that particular manner, the school ends up having a right to be able to use those funds. There is a way to be able to have funds that are specifically for the band. But I forgot how that's supposed to happen, but there is a possibility for that to be able to happen. I say all of that to say, here we go again, right? I will say, the fact that I've said it before and I've said it again, we only do it to ourselves, right? It's very interesting in the fact that administrators continue to pull and take away from and find ways to limit our HBCU bands in some way, right? Like let's be real. The HBCU football experience is not the experience without the band, right? If that be the case, people are always talking about why bands don't travel. Bands don't travel because because either schools, quote unquote, or bands don't have money to travel. A lot of times it's because either A, the school doesn't want to give said bands the money to travel, or B, there is not a lot of support in the administrative side from fiduciary responsibilities to be able to give to the band for them to be able to travel. Like if the president wants you at a specific game, they'll make a way for you to be there. Right? But then if the band just wants to be at a game, so I'll use this as an example. The president wants you to be at, if I'm at an HBCU and we're playing a predominantly white institution and the president says, I want my band to be there. And the band is like, well, we don't have the money. The president can be like, well, shoot, we got the money. We can get you there. Boom. Right. But then if the band is like, this is our rival band, we really need to go to this game, but the money is not there to be able to do it, then all of a sudden the president can easily say, well, it's tight. We ain't got nothing for you. Like, I don't really understand the idea of the fact of the administration at HBCUs. And I'm not saying this is an all thing. So I'm not all. If this does not fall into the category of certain schools, it's okay. But there are some schools that do have this particular situation. So I don't really understand the idea of the fact of administrators wanting to put programs that are under your leadership and tutelage and the name of the university and poor decisions or poor situations. I just don't understand that. For me, it just doesn't make sense. And again, we do it to our own selves. We do it to our own people. But then the conversation becomes, don't air our dirty laundry. No, the laundry needs to be aired because you stink. It's dirty. And we have gotten to the point to where we keep doing this to our band programs, our people, our whatever, however you want to say it. And then it gets swept under the rug and nobody bats an eye. Nobody makes a noise about it. And then we just keep going as normal. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to just put it out there. And again, I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy for a second. If we all collectively stood up and says, we are not going to do this and deal with this anymore, there would be a situation where there would be possibility for change. But the problem is that when situations like this happen, when a band director gets removed or something like that, there's always going to be somebody that say, well, shoot, I do it. And I get it. People want to be able to have job security. People want to be able to have this, that, and the third. I get all of that. But if I'm the person sitting back and I'm watching this and I'm saying, well, that ain't right. And then that person gets removed and they be like, all right, Luke, you the new person. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be like, nah, I'm not. Because I'm not going to let you treat me the way you treated that person. That's maybe I'm off for thinking that way. Maybe I am off for thinking that way. Maybe I'm off for wanting right for all of our people, for everybody who steps into a situation. But again, if this particular situation is exactly what it is, again, we do it to ourselves. We find ways to continue to put ourselves behind the eight ball, push our kids back, Again, it's for the kids. Kids need windsuits. Band fees are paid. Ain't no money. What? Explain it. I don't know, man. You know, I'm really trying to figure this thing out. I'm really trying to understand the mindset of folks, and I really don't get it. But this is, if that's exactly what happened, man, this wrong. It's wrong. I don't know, man. You guys tell me what you all think inside of the comment section, man. I want to see all of your comments. Let me know, man. Was this right? Was this wrong? Am I off? Am I going in the right direction? Is the story true? Is the story true? I mean, that's another thing. That's why I keep saying if. We don't know if the story's true, but is the story true? If it is, man, y'all let me know all that stuff down in the comment section. Remember, also, you can go ahead and stop by our store. 30% off your final purchase. Just go ahead and pick up, get whatever you want. And at the end of it, type in HBCU band. You get 30% off your final purchase. Also, man, I look forward to you guys donating to the channel. We have talked that talk tonight. So I will see you all tonight, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. And I'll holler at you all later. Peace.